Hello and welcome back to my basement. Hey, this is Jeremiah Wolf, and I just wanted to share something, a little thing that happened this past weekend. So today is Wednesday, January 18th, and this past Friday, the internet went out. The afternoon, about 1 o'clock, the internet went out. I wasn't too surprised because two things. One, they've been digging and running new lines all over the area, but specifically on Friday, they were literally in my backyard. They had one of those big horizontal drilling machines, and they were digging underground and laying new line. And the internet went out. Of course it did. I figured, hey, they know that they did something. They're going to fix it. No. I had to call the next day. It was still out 12, 18 hours later. So I call. They schedule a tech. Tech comes out on, Monday, Tuesday. And he says, oh, yeah, man, they tore up the whole thing. We got to get infrastructure out here to run all new trunk lines. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. So they got it back up. So I was without internet for 4 days. And there's two interesting things that I want to share from this. The first is it really blew my mind how much my life, I don't want to say depends, but how much the internet has encroached on just subtle aspects of my life. And the thing that's of particular note is my son's bedroom. So as many of you know, my son had, the first couple years of his life, or first 18 months, really, a lot of health problems. And so I really wanted to control his environment as much as possible. And so the lighting, my phone is ringing. The lighting and the... Okay. Know what that idea what that is? International color. I should probably start this video over, but I'm not going to. Anyway, the lighting, the temperature, and the humidity are all... I have sensors, and they're all internet controlled, or they're all home automation controlled. And what happened without the internet is none of that stuff worked. So his light, which I always keep it red so that, if we need to turn it on, like when we go to bed and I'm putting him down, or if we have to turn it on in the middle of the night, the red light is much less disruptive. Well, that light lost for some reason, it just it forgot that it was supposed to be red. It came on as white, and I couldn't fix it. Now, that happens from time to time. It's pretty rare, but it happens. I couldn't fix it because that light bulb needs to connect to the cloud. The light bulb needs to connect to the cloud. And then similarly, I have some home automation that controls the heater and a humidifier in his bedroom. And the sensor was offline because the sensor and the little the little puck, I don't know what you call it, hub thing, like that all needs to be online. So everything's controlled through the cloud, so I couldn't do anything. So we couldn't control the temperature and the humidity in his room, which he's doing better, so wasn't really that big of a deal. But it just really blew my mind at just how suddenly I felt so powerless to control something so simple. It was also very disruptive because I'm doing Narbic's CCIE course. I got to tell you, man, I wasted so much time. Like, I can't wait till this is over and I can make you guys some videos about not only what I've gone through over the past couple of years, but if you're interested in CCIE, there's so better ways than what I have done. I have wasted so much time and a lot of money that I don't want you guys to wait. But I'm not going to put any videos out until I'm done, because, I need to make sure that it worked. But anyway, I'm doing Narbic's course. If you're thinking about the CCIE, look at Narbic, Micronics training, look at Narbic, look at his courses, budget for it. It is expensive, but whoa, it is worth it. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, they changed the time of the class, and I missed the one class. And then this week, so I'm like, I can't miss the class. I looked really bad for missing last week's class. I really want to be there. No freaking internet, And I tried tethering my phone, and the connection was so bad, it was unusable. We just have terrible cell service out here, so... Yeah, so that was so frustrating. Now, the other thing that was particularly interesting was I called my brother yesterday, mostly to bitch, see how he's doing, but also to bitch about my internet, because he is a cable tech, and he runs all those lines and does the home stuff, but also does the the more infrastructure stuff, and so he knows all this, what's going on. And man, he was cluing me in. It's if you've been in technology for a while, if you work in any industry that is a commodity, there is no time or money to ever do things right. I mean, one of my biggest frustrations in my entire career was there was never time to document. Like we do this massive project and it's always like, come on, go, 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 go. We got to get it done. We got deadlines to hit. I'm like, well, I need to make some diagrams. I need to comment the config. So people, no, just do it. And so you get it done and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to need a few days just to document it. No, next project, we're moving on, And then 6 months later, when something goes bad, like you have no idea, or the person who's coming after you has no idea. And it's like, creates all these headaches and problems and wastes tons of money that all could have been resolved if people would just do it right the first time. But no one ever has that mentality. It's always so short-term thought. And what my brother was telling me was that basically, at least where we live, well, he lives a few hours away, but where he lives and apparently where I live too, the whole internet, home cable internet system is just a spider web of lines all laid everywhere, just a few inches under the ground. No one knows where the stuff is. If you call the call before you, I don't know if you guys have this where you live, we have a call before you dig phone number, you call an 800 number. They send someone out who has maps and they will mark the ground where all the utilities are so you don't dig there. Well, it turns out that they're horribly inaccurate. And so stuff is always getting cut. So my brother was telling me that his cable company is upgrading from coax to fiber. They're going fiber to the home. And so they're laying all new fiber. And they literally cut their own coax cables when they're laying the new fiber. Then so but they're not turning on the fiber yet. They're just laying the cable. So then they have to send a tech out who then has to run new coax. And then when they bury the new coax, they have to make sure they don't cut the new fiber, which has happened. So they have literally laid new fiber, which then cut the coax. So they laid replacement coax, which then cut the fiber. Like, how freaking insane is this stuff? Excuse me. Every time I get animated doing these videos, I got a cough. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting, like just what a mess it is, and like the frustration of these techs. I talked to the guy who came out and was working on my stuff and how he's paid and how the whole system works. It's just like, I feel bad for these guys. I feel bad for them. But anyway, I'm back online. I just thought the whole thing was interesting. Just thought I'd share that. There's really nothing too fascinating here, but I thought I'd share it anyway. All right, I'll see you next time.